Hello again, 102ers. Hopefully this is the second video you've watched so far, because that introductory video, which was listed first in the announcement, will help you get ready for the semester. If this is the first one you're watching, stop it right now and go watch the introduction. No, seriously, it will make life so much easier. Just go do it. Tick-tock. I'll wait. Okay, good, you're back. Before we jump into it, I have a very important announcement to make, and yes, I'm actually being serious this time. These videos that you're going to watch, hopefully, this semester, are not meant to be full lectures of the material. I will not record myself droning on for 80 minutes to discuss the material that you're supposed to cover. These videos are meant to be a quick introduction of the material, a bit of guidance where I see that students from the past got confused, and a bit of explanation on what's coming up. I hope to never have videos close to 20 minutes in length, although it happens occasionally. These are meant to just get you moving forward. If there are any questions about the material, either in the video or for the week, please reach out to me and ask. Everyone's heard there are no stupid questions, but I disagree. The only stupid questions are the ones that you're too afraid to ask, and then they go unanswered. Answering questions is quite literally my job description. So please don't just assume you know what's going on. Verify you do. Okay? Okay. Anyway, like I said, let's just jump into it. Now, the intro video launched you through what this page is and where everything is. So let's scroll down here and look at the masterclass schedule. So it's right down here on the right-hand side, View Course Schedule. This link right here will take you right into it. Now, I have everything listed on this page from week 1A through week 11, so please, you can go through and make sure that you know exactly what's coming up. I have the dates down, everything, okay? So, right now, the first week we're going to worry about is Unit 1, Week 1A, and Week 1B. It's convenient, isn't it? There's a slight difference from Week 1 and the rest. As you can see, I've split Week 1A and into 1A and 1B, whereas 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are all single weeks. The reason for that is this first assignment, which we will talk about in just a second. It must be due by Thursday, or else you will be dropped from the class, okay? If you skip it, that's a problem. I'm not kidding. It's a federal guideline which I have to follow, set forth by the business office trying to stay in compliance with federal lenders for student monies designed to pay for college. I have absolutely no say in this, so just get this done ASAP. Now, as for the rest of the material, that's due by Sunday night, which will be our normal due date. As you can see, in week 1A and 1B, there's 1, 2, 3 things to look at, a few things to review, and then your 2 assignments. 1 very small assignment, 1 very important assignment. So I don't really want to jump into this and get ahead of myself. So let's just go right to the very first page, which is Understanding Plagiarism. Clicking there, we get to this. Now, I hate to be so dismissive of this page, but plagiarism is, well, exactly what you think it is. Academic theft and or cheating. I can sum up this entire page by saying just one thing. Do your own work. If you copy and paste, you're cheating. If you get someone to write your paper for you, you're cheating. If you're reusing old papers, you're cheating. If you're using AI, you're cheating. Just do your own work, because plagiarism is using someone else's work and not giving them proper credit. A lot of teachers will say, oh, this will go on your permanent record. Plagiarism actually does. Plagiarism will follow you from college to college for an academic integrity violation. That's not something you want following you around. So read through this page. If you don't like the page, you can actually download it in one of these 2 places. Just remember, it's very important, because this right here, fraud, it's a very serious type of plagiarism, okay? Once you're done this, you go back and you click on the academic integrity assignment. It's a quick quiz. It's going to look just like this. You click on, take the quiz or sign up or whatever. It looks a little bit different for you because you're a student. There's only 3 questions. And as long as you answer those 3 questions in complete sentences, after looking at Understanding Plagiarism, then chances are you're going to do very well. If you don't read through Understanding Plagiarism before taking this quiz, chances are you're not going to get the points you expect, and you're going to be really upset that you got less than a 15 out of 15. So please, make sure to answer in complete sentences, read the original Understanding Plagiarism document, and you should be in fine shape. Get it done by Thursday night by midnight, or you will be dropped from the class. Okay? Can't make it any clearer than that. So make sure this is in by Thursday at midnight. Okay? Now, as for the rest of the material, let's go down and look at week 1B. So we start off with the idea of what is a literature review. And really, it's a cute little page. It's got a lot of little pictures here. Blah, 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 blah. Yay, it's Google Docs. All sorts of things that you can look at, which is great. But let me explain what a literature review is and what a literature review is not. First, a literature review is not a highbrow discussion of symbolism in Hemingway's work compared to the gritty realism of Harper Lee's American South. We aren't wearing smoking jackets, sitting in front of the roaring fire, quaffing bourbon, and puffing on a calabash. I mean, we could be, but in this case, a literature review is much more practical. Once you select a topic for the semester, you'll be doing research to support your claim. The research that you do, those sources you find, they become the literature of your topic. So a literature review is quite literally a review and analysis of your discovered source material. You'll be explaining the background of the author, the credibility of the ideas, the currency of the information. As you can see this page, there are a lot of pictures and things. But what you really care about is kind of what it's supposed to be. So if you go down here all the way, you can see exactly how things are broken down. And most importantly, it's going to be a 3 to 4 page paper that's APA formatted. APA formatting is double-spaced, 1-inch margins, 12-point Times New Roman or Calibri font, okay? You're going to be using 2 sources, and don't worry about that part, but 2 sources of opposing ideas. You're going to find one source that points to your side of the argument and another source that points against it, okay? So you'll be doing that, and that's kind of what this page is all about. Now, they've got the sample paper here, which is beautiful and pretty and all that, and they've got these pictures here, which don't really tell you much of anything. But I actually have a sample document, which I will be providing to you next week, and we will go over it next week so you can take a look at it, okay? It's wonderful. It's amazing. It's awesome. Yay. I'm not going to let you drown, though. Don't worry about it. We'll get it done. I mentioned you'll be finding a topic, though, right? Well, in the next document, which is called What Makes a Debatable Thesis or Academic Topic, we have, that's this one. We start to figure out the parameters of those directions. This is actually not a bad page at all because it does hit the high points. Make sure your chosen topic is debatable. Now, this is really important for people to pay attention to because I'm always getting, I want to write about why cancer sucks. Cancer does suck. Nobody's going to say anything different. There's no debate there. Racism is horrible. It is. Find me somebody who says it's not. So the idea here is you need to find a topic that can go back and forth, okay? Junk food is bad for your health. We all know that. Because junk food is bad for your health, the size of sodas offered at fast food restaurants should be regulated by the federal government. Now we have an argument. Why should we let the government tell us how much we're allowed to drink or eat or so forth, okay? That could piss somebody off. Your topic must be assertive, which means you have to come down on one side or the other. I have students every semester that tell me, well, I can see both sides of this. That's fantastic. Which side do you agree with and which side don't you agree with from the center, okay? So federal immigration law can be a tough issue about which many people disagree. No kidding. Where's the argument there? Federal immigration enforcement law needs to be overhauled because it puts undue constraints on state and local police. That's a much stronger, assertive argument because now you are trying to say, I believe this. Fantastic. Now, the word reasonable is unfortunately forgotten about a lot in 2024, or 2023 or 2022, or we can keep going backwards if you'd like. But you have to make a claim that is logical and possible. You can't say, we need to wave a magic wand and erase all student debt. That's not going to happen. Okay? You can't do that because there is no magic wand. Okay? City council members stink and should be thrown into jail. Well, that's an assertive. An assertion, which is basically an opinion with no fact. City council members should be term limited to prevent one group or party from maintaining control indefinitely. That's a much more reasonable way of approaching this. I told you you must find resources, so you must have an evidence-based argument. This is where I start to get some people a little bit upset with me. Do not write about any topic where the whole argument revolves around your religion or your morals. So when somebody writes a paper that says all same-sex marriages should be outlawed because they're all going to hell, that's not a good argument. There's no evidence to prove that. There is no proof of heaven. There is no proof of hell. Everything that we know about that comes from a holy book. Our holy books, whether they are the Bible or the Quran or the Torah or the Talmud or whatever it is, all of that, they're all just holy books, okay? So there are people of varying religions and faiths, and people who have no faith. So you can't be expected to have them follow you because that's what you believe. So make sure that you are basing your whole argument on evidence itself. Finally, it must be focused. I really like the ocean. I want to write a topic about the ocean. Do you know how much of this planet is covered by ocean? Like 66%, and I think it's something like 78% is by water in general. But 2/3 of the planet is covered by water. And you want to write me a 3 to 4 page, 4 to 6 page, 6 to 7 page paper about the ocean? Not going to happen. Focus it down. I want to write about why we need to protect the coral reefs off the coast of Australia. Great. That's a focused one right there. That works. The federal government should overhaul the U.S. tax code. That's huge, man. You can't do that. But the U.S. House of Representatives should vote to repeal the federal estate tax. Now we're narrowing it down because the revenue generated by this tax is negligible. Really good, okay? So, that's what helps come up with good topics. Before we get deeper into this, I want to tell you what topics you cannot do, okay? After close to 20 years of teaching this class, I have a small list of topics that are problems. I will never assign a failing grade because I disagree with your findings, but you will never do well if you can't support those findings, and that's where these issues come in. So, what topics are on my no-fly list? I gotta tell you, there are some topics that I just generally hate. There are some topics I hate so much, they make me crazy. So just don't do them. What are they? Well, abortion is still on the list if you're writing about why those who have them are going to hell. But recently, something very groundbreaking happened in this country. Roe v. Wade was repealed, and I had a few students discuss it from a legal standpoint rather than a faith-based standpoint. I will accept that again, but if you veer into religion, you will see your argument and your grade go down the tubes. Same thing with same-sex marriages or same-sex unions. Do not approach it from a religious standpoint, okay? I'll look at it legally, but not religiously. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, right. Another topic that I just can't stand, college athletes should be paid. Boring. I agree, they should be paid. They put in a lot of work. However, every single time I see this, it's the exact same arguments, it's the exact same sources, and they all do very poorly. Nobody is able to do this correctly. So because I am tired of seeing really bad papers on this topic, please don't do it. Another overdone topic, legalizing drugs, most notably weed. Please, please don't do that. Please, God, don't write that paper. Every time I see this paper, it only gets worse. Seriously. I know each and every source you're going to give me. They're all terrible. So don't do it. Childhood obesity is another one, but it's not because it's not a good topic. It's just so terribly boring. I have read so many papers on fat kids needing to lose weight that I can tell you exactly how you're going to write the paper, what source you're going to use to start, and how you are going to quote Michelle Obama in your introduction to begin. Please, there's no surprises there, so don't write this paper. Finally, gun control. Not one person can write dispassionately about this topic. Trust me. You either own a gun or multiple and hate the people who want you to give them up, or you are fervently anti-gun and start throwing around insults towards those who do own guns. Either way, it's not a good place to start, so none of those topics will be allowed, okay? Please? Now, this guy here, Jim Cornette, if you know who he is, then you know how angry he gets. I get that way when I see these topics and you ignore me. Now that we've gone through the stuff I don't want you to do, how do we find the stuff that I do want you to do? So some ideas for you, in case your brain is in vapor lock right now. Let me show you where to look for some help, okay? Never let it be said that I'm not a giver. So from here, go back to your portal page, which is the opening page here, and look over here on the Student Success Toolbox side, the right-hand side of the screen. Scroll down and click on Library. You'll see it under here on Databases. Boom. Here they all are. Everything that you're going to need. One thing I do want you to do before I forget, when you click on New York Times, you'll see that you can create an account. As a Delaware Tech student, you can create an account for free by clicking Create Account and putting your email address in there. It went really quickly because I've already done it a few times. But I put wchristo@dtcc.edu, and then I did that. As you can see, I have this until 2026 because it's a 2-year college, but as a teacher, I have it in perpetuity. But anyway, do that one, okay? So that's New York Times. But down here, SIRS is very helpful to pick topics. Clicking on that, and I already preloaded it because it takes forever, you can see trending topics. These are topics that are very popular, okay? Editor picks, which are topics that the editors think are probably the best of the bunch. You can go up here and do a regular old search, just like everybody else on every web page. And you can go down here and just say, well, I kind of really want to talk about communication and technology. So you click in here, and then you can go through all of the different topics they have here on communication and technology. Let's look at cybercrime, and you can see it's called a leading issues page. And here you're going to see it's got a full summary of what the topic's all about. 2 viewpoints. One side that you might believe in, the other side you might believe in. It's got source material underneath there, and you can actually search for more sources on cybercrime by just clicking on this button. There are some critical questions that will help you focus. And then over here, there's always some sort of an editorial cartoon. There's a timeline down here for some major points in your topic. And then down here, anything that's related to the issue. Very, very helpful. Once you're done looking through there, that's the SIRS database here, New York Times. EBSCOhost and Credo are still right there. There's Credo there. There's EBSCOhost. You could look through any of these if you really wanted to. But once you're done with SIRS, you can come back here and look at the debatable topics list. Now, a few teachers put this together. I personally don't like 3/4 of these topics, but it's a way for you to get to start to think about these things. For example, take a look at this topic. No, don't do the paper. Please, for the love of God. Okay? Animal rights is another difficult one because a lot of people go into an animal rights paper saying, look at the cute little puppy. Why would you want to hurt it? I don't. So, are we talking about animal rights for domesticated animals who we cuddle with on the couch? Or animal rights for farm animals that we put on our plate? Yeah, it's a little bit different, isn't it? So start thinking about all of these things. Now, these are things for you to start to think about. I think SIRS is a much better place to go. You can also go right into Google and type in, top argumentative research topics for 2024. That might help you as well. Okay? So, now that we've gone through that, I really want you to pay attention and pick a good topic because you're going to be using this the entire semester. All 11 weeks. So put some thought into it. And we start that by going into the Unit 1 Topic Development Brainstorm. It's a discussion board, which means everybody's going to be able to see it. And the first thing I want you to do is I want you to post a topic, which I've already posted a sample here for you. This is exactly what I want to see from you. A solid paragraph that encompasses these 5 bullet points. What topic are you leaning towards? Which one kind of interests you? What is your major, or why did you choose that topic? Sometimes your major might be culinary and you want to write about political action committees. It's got nothing to do with it, but that's okay. What do you think you'll have to find in order to support your idea? So if you are trying to say, oh, I want to do this, great, you might need statistics, you might need history. What are you most excited to learn about? Tell me, don't be afraid, Say, hey, I've never really thought about this topic before, or I've done this topic before, I want to find out more about this. And what are you most nervous about? Seriously. Are you nervous you're not going to find enough sources? Are you nervous that you don't have a really solid argument? Those are big deals. Once you post this, you'll see a whole list of people that have already posted. Then I want you to click into it, read it, and then reply to thread, and you're going to reply to at least 2 posts. Not mine. Don't reply to mine. Mine's a sample. But reply to 2 of your classmates' posts. Tell them why you like their argument, why you like their topic, why you don't like their topic, why you think their ideas are solid or weak. Be constructive. Don't just say this sucks or that's great. Tell me something, okay? Tell them why you like it. That's going to be a big, big deal. Okay. That's it for the week, kids. Hopefully this wasn't as painful as you expected, even though it's going to be roughly 22 minutes by the time I'm done. Couple that with the chapter listings at the bottom that I'm putting up, and you'll be able to glide through these pretty quickly, okay? Plan ahead, email me when you need me, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your topics list by next Sunday and your academic integrity assignment by Thursday. Have a great week. Stay safe. Stay warm. See ya.